It's about travel retail. So if you're not in the travel retail industry, hopefully there's a lot that you're going to learn. If you are, I'm sure there's a lot you're going to learn as well, because these guys have some tremendous information to share with us. Berangère BRAGARD is the managing director of Costa Coffee. Those who don't know who Costa Coffee is, that will be explained to you a little bit later. In France.
And the reason why we are particularly delighted to be here today is that travel is an absolutely wonderful place for Costa to actually express what we do best, waking up people with videos, mostly with coffee, when they need it the most, when it's a little bit too early, when it's a little bit too late, when they need to stay awake driving the car, that's me, when they're taking a plane, when they're in the station. This is an ideal moment for us to meet our customers and to do what we do best, coffee at speed with a smile. So Costa has 3,200 stores in the world. The brand was started by two Italian brothers that emigrated to the UK, didn't really enjoy the tea as much as the coffee, started selling coffee, then listened to their wives, which is a good thing to do, and their wives told them they may as well open coffee shops. And 44 years later, we have 2,000 of them in the UK. So it was a rather good idea. Then the challenge, as for many of you, I'm sure, is to take that amazing home success internationally. So you see what we do, what we try to do best in retail, which is to adjust to the different environment, the different sizes we're given to express the concept. So we have airport stores in the Middle East, in Spain, here in the UK. We have a few other pictures of the format on the road with drive-through, which is a full drive-through format with a store and with a window, so you can take your coffee away, which is one of the, we have 30 of those in the UK at the minute. Rail, this is the first store that was open in France, in the Gare de Lyon. This is St. Pancras, which is a reference for many people, I think, internationally, in terms of really quality working stations. And then these are the smaller formats that I was talking to you about. We call them carts or triporteurs, or we have banks of these Costa Express machines in motorway service areas.
Our strategy, SNCF strategy, led by ADC, is first we have observations. It's the increase of the connections, many more connections each year, and the increase of the flows. So our strategy is to have more shopping areas in our stations, and we have to work on the merchandising mix to have to be more accurate for shoppers, and we have to transform, to improve and to diversify our shops and to reassure our customers, you know. So we try to have more pop-up stores for short times. You know, it's very appreciated by customers too. And we have to sync to the digital because digital is more and more pregnant in our shoppers' customers. Another strategy is to have, we have very quick places to consume, but we have places where people want to stop and to have a great moment. And we have chefs in stations. For those who knows, we have Eric Fréchon, is a big chief. He have 3 stars in Guide Michelin, for those who knows. And he had opened a restaurant in Gare Saint-Lazare. And coming soon, Thierry Mars in Gare du Nord, and Anna Ducasse in Gare de Montparnasse, next in the next years. So we are very pleased to have them in our stations. And you're going to try them, I hope. What you need to know, the quick wins if you want to join our stations. First, you have to learn how to work the flows.
We've got over 150 years of experience in the travel retail market. Our first store in railway stations in the UK opened in London Euston Station in around 1848. And we now have exposure to about 240 million global travellers each year. Our job, once Berangère has kindly woken you all up with a coffee, is to sell you a newspaper or a book so that you can enjoy that with your coffee. I think importantly, WHSmith, the travel retail section, we've got a good, strong track record of working with our business partners. And when I say business partners, that could be our airport landlords, it could be our rail landlords, our hospital business partners, and indeed our joint venture and franchise partners, to make sure that we deliver a store offer that is relevant to the local customer and is engaging, so invites people to come into our stores. As well as the traditional WHSmith stores that sell newspapers, magazines, books, drinks and snacks, etc., we also operate a number of different formats. And we work with our business partners and landlords to develop these formats where it's logical and relevant for the customer profile. So we've got a format called Zoodle, which is effectively a children's store. We opened the first 2 of those in Manchester Airport in 2013, selling a range of children's books, toys, games, and a limited range of confectionery. We've also developed in our international business WHSmith Gifts and Stationery, and more recently we acquired the Gadget Shop brand, which, as the digital explosion grows, gives customers everything they need, from power to charging to travel accessories for the customer on the go.
Some of my colleagues here have talked about needing to understand the flows, the peak periods, and so forth, and I think that's absolutely essential. For us, each project we undertake, and YVR is no different, is really understanding the potential. But above and beyond that is understanding the type of customers, the nationalities of customers, whether they're transiting, whether it's a domestic or an international market. And with that, we're then able to inform the rest of the business, down to the leasing, down to the operations, and so forth. So it filters down throughout the business. And I think each project we undertake, understanding the market we're in, and certainly from a tourism perspective, understanding the needs of our international customers, then allows us to work with our colleagues across the business to kind of create a bespoke experience. Vancouver, for example, for the last 5 years, about 10% growth, a very aggressive strategy as a key hub linking the emerging markets of Asia as well as Americas into North America. So over 20 million visitors expected this year. At 7 to 10% growth rate. About a quarter of those customers are in transit, which provides us with an opportunity, either as a layover customers or people who are starting or stopping their journeys, to be able to get them on airport property to the outlet to get their sportswear for whatever you do in Canada, and so forth. So it's really understanding that. Again, about a quarter of the visitors are international, predominantly Asian, which is a good thing for us, because again, we do a lot of insight inside of our source countries, whether that's China or Korea, to really understand what are the motivators. How important is shopping when they go on a journey to Canada or to Europe, to allow us to then start to target those customers through various channels.